Well, hello, you join me at Dick Lovett Motorrad for the first proper time, for the first review of this year. And I went to take a bike out today and I did 4 miles and I bailed on it. Because and I've just been saying to Steve, who's just out of shot over there, it's the first time genuinely I can remember being on a bike where this is just too much for me. So, let's have a look. And here we have the 2025 S1000RR, which is undoubtedly a very, very pretty bike. It's nice having the shark fins that harks back to the older generations. Obviously, it's the modern day. We have to have broadly useless aero that no one's ever going to get the benefit of, but it will be very expensive when you drop it. But this bike is just so powerful, so effortless. The gearbox is amazing. It revs fantastic. But for me, and I'm only 5'8" with 29-inch legs and Oompa Loompa T-Rex arm type configuration, and I felt this bike was too little for me. So my handy assistant, Mr. Steve Ridge, at 6'4", is going to sit on this bike and show how cramped he is as a big fella.
I don't think it's terrible, but I don't think it's terrible. Yeah, I have to think about it as a bigger guy, but having ridden it, it was comfy. I think it's the comfiest of a sports bike out there. That's my genuine opinion. And I've had Blades R1s, Panigale, so I think it's comfortable. It's a lot more comfortable than a lot of the stuff out there. That's my opinion. But yes, it's as a sports bike, it's sports bike.
It does feel very more extreme than the previous incarnation of it. I took that one to Wales when I took it out from here, and it seemed a lot easier to ride.
Okay. I mean, I think I would, like I said, I would want the M Sport rear sets because they have more adjustment, and I think that would probably be a bit more comfortable for me. It would be nicer to be probably slightly further down, and also you can lengthen the distance between there. So again, obviously rear bake's not as, but gears over here, I'd want that slightly more because, yeah, again, I'd have to move my foot around quite a lot, so that would be different. But yeah, I think I love it. I think the new quick action throttle, so it's literally closed to open, is phenomenal. It is very, very quick. But yeah, it's a great.
So what does this retail at then?
This is just shy of 20 in this, guys, because this is what they call like the Bluestone Metallic. This has got the slightly extras of the billeted levers and those on there. This also has the performance pack, which is the Acro pipe and the M Endurance chain as well. So it's got a couple of nice little extras. But yeah, this is just 99.90, I want to say. But I think it is awesome. I think it looks cool. I really like this colour, actually. I think it looks great in the M Sport colours as well. It always does. But I really quite like this. I think it looks good.
Don't you think it would benefit from having some of the features of the blue and green S1000R?
Yeah, I suppose so. It would be nice to see BMW do some lairier colours, I think. And I really like the new S1000R with the yellow frame and the lighter blue and stuff like that. It would be quite cool to have something similar. I really like the passion on the last one, which is the red. I think it would be quite cool to see it in some of the M3 colours, like the bright yellows and the greens and stuff like that. I think that would be quite cool. Because it is quite a leery motorcycle that it wants to be, and I think it should sort of reflect that. But I do really like this colour.
So my overall issue with the 1000R lineup across all of the guys is that the S1000R and this one make no sense for one reason only. that exists.
Yes. So I suppose the XR in itself, before the M existed, I would always say, and again this is a personal opinion, I've ridden sports bikes all my life, 17 years. Like I said, I've had Blades and R1s, Panigale, everything. But as I get older, I'm now into my 40s, and things ache more and blah, blah, blah. That this is where the XR, the standard XR, so the S, comes in, because it is still sports bike. It's still an inline four. It's high revving. It's obviously that engine just slightly detuned without the shift cam bits. It's 170 brake, the newer one. It's effortlessly fast, but it is comfortable and you can tour on it, but it still gives you that sports bike thing. This is obviously that next level. The biggest thing, I suppose, the biggest difference on this one is the luggage side of it. It is obviously a big thing, whether you can or can't. I have seen people put the solid top boxes on the back and the rack. Again, officially BMW, we don't. And I'm guessing if you really wanted to, you could probably take this apart, and I reckon you could get to the point where you can put hard luggage on it, but it's, yeah, putting that on 200 plus brake horsepower. Having ridden this, again, I haven't ridden it much, but it is, yeah, it's quite an obscene motorcycle, and I too, where I am, I would probably choose that over that. I think the idea is, but you are jumping money. This starts at 22.5, which is in, as you see this, with the forged wheels and the M bits and stuff like that, and now obviously the competition packs 28 pretty much in the black, with the carbon parts and everything else, same engine, gearbox, etc, etc. So yeah, I suppose it's a hard one. It's what you're going to want more out of the bike, because they will both do track days, they will both be obscenely fast. That is probably more comfier on a long journey, but I also think the RR is actually one of the most comfiest sports bikes on the market.
Do you want to calculate over that one and see what your enormous daddy long legs are like on this? Yeah. The fact that you can get on it the wrong side sickens me greatly.
Well, that helps being bigger, and obviously this side, yeah, this is, it's a comfier, you're more upright. You can put, this is the screen, but you can, again, some people put the bigger screens on, but it is, you know, you potter along and it's comfier, and it is an upright touring motorcycle, but open it up and it is an absolute weapon. It's obscenely fast. The RR, this probably gives you a bit more, I don't know if sports tour is the right word, but more all-round stuff, whereas the RR is an out-and-out.
Do you think that the M1000 XR, does everything that the RR does, and it's comfortable, or that it doesn't quite compete with the RR for a true performance for the 99% of the people that will be on the road with it?
That's a hard one. Realistically, most people that ride either of these bikes, like most bikes, are never going to probably push them to the edge. People who do that, I think, if you're doing a lot of track days and things like that, I think the RR will still be the better machine, but then this will be the comfier version. So I think if you are looking at still doing a reasonable amount of miles, that you are at that point where, you know, being on the sports bike isn't as comfy anymore, then this will do everything that one will do. But I think both have their pros and cons.
Yeah.
Simply that. You know, you are going to pay less for that unless you go into the M Sport version, because then you're up about 24, 25. You know, but I think this is more comfy. You know, there is no ifs or buts about it, and this will still do everything that one will pretty much do. It does it just sort of a bit more comfy. Me personally, if I had all the money to spend, or somebody said, look, you know, here's a set of keys, you have to choose one, I don't know. It's a debate that I've had a few times, because I love a sports bike and the RR, but I can't deny that this is lovely and comfy and still does very, very fast. I might end up with this, but that's again my frame, I suppose, my being taller and things that, yeah, but it is a hard one. That is a very, very good bike, but I'll be honest, I haven't spent much time on that. I've ridden this a little bit longer. I need to spend a bit more time on the RR to see it, but we'll see if I can get it to ride it more, and then I probably will feel maybe a bit different about it. But yeah, I suppose if I had the choice, maybe the M, just because it is more Larry looking, and it is a glorious, glorious motorcycle. We've never had a person who hasn't ridden one who was remotely interested and not buy it. Simple as that. The RR, I think still people ride it, but still will ride other things as well, and there is other things. I think the big difference is the RR There are other things you can ride that are similar, whether ZX12s, H2, you know, Blade, all that sort of thing, where pretty much there's not much else out there that does what this does. Because even the Multistrada and things like that, to get it anywhere near the brake horsepower and the nuttiness of this, you're probably 10 grand more than the competition spec version of this, and I don't think, and that's still only to get you to like 200 brake, give or take. So I think this is in quite a class of its own, which makes it quite weird, but it's been surprising how hugely popular this has been. We've got a lot of customers on it and they absolutely love it. But yeah, I think I need to make a proper decision. I think I need to spend more time on that RR. But I think they are both excellent motorcycles. And both are obviously are here to test drive whenever you would wish to.
Thank you very much for your insight. And of course, the right bike to buy is that. You buy that one and you turn it into that one. No?
I really like the 900 GS. I think it's an awesome piece of kit. It was a great. The 850 was a really great bike, quite decent, but it was sort of did a job. I think the 900 it's brilliant. 105 brake. It really goes along very well. It's very flickable. You can chuck it about. It is loads of fun. I really love the 900 GS.
Excellent. Thank you very much.